Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'll just be doing a quick book haul of the books I've recently gotten. So let's begin. I've got a summary of Christian doctrine by Louis Berkhoff. He has a much bigger systematic theology. I haven't bought it or read that yet. So this is like more so just like an overview, quick summative of all of that, and it has questions to further deepen your understanding. And I am matching with it today, as you can tell. So yeah, hopefully I'll be deepening my understanding of scripture, because it's very scriptural basis, less like philosophical theology. I got Event by Slavoj Žižek. What is an event? What does that mean? Does it have an ontology? And how do they relate to each other? So that will be interesting. I got The Fellowship of the Ring, Tolkien, very famous book, obviously, Lord of the Rings. I think it's like one of the top 5 best-selling book series of all time. And it will be interesting to read, and yeah, I'll just be like overall it's very Christian and its ethos, so that would be nice to read. And hopefully I'll, help me deeper my understanding of what good is. I've got The Agony of Eros by Byung-Chul Han. He's a Korean philosopher, I believe, that moved to Germany while he was young, so he writes in German. And I believe this is just primarily about like love, what that means, and how it's been degraded in our modern times. And now I've gotten On the Apostolic Preaching by Saint Irenaeus of Lyons. So Saint Irenaeus, I believe he was a 3rd generation Christian, and that book mainly just goes into like general overviews of the Christian thought. It's kind of similar to some of Christian doctrine now looking back at it. But yeah, it's an early patristic writing, and it's kind of also like a setup to his much larger book Against Heresies, which goes a lot against the Marcionites, the Gnostics. So this is just more of like to ease myself into that period. And also with that, I bought Early Christian Writings. I'm reading it right now. It has Polycarp, it has the Epistle of Barnabas, the Didache, the Epistles of Ignatius, and the first epistle to the Corinthians by Saint Clement of Rome. And yeah, that's also just like Irenaeus. It helps us understand what early Christians did, believed, and how they worshipped, and that sort of thing. So it is pretty interesting to read. And I've noticed I haven't actually read all of it yet, but First Clement, he writes about love, and it's very similar how Paul writes about love in 1 Corinthians. So I believe he did have 1 Corinthians himself. So that will be interesting to read. And also it shows us how early the Gospels were, because he was writing in the I think the 2nd century, and Clement is mentioned in one of Paul's letters. So he's writing in the 2nd century, so just like 100s to like 200s. So we can see what we had of the Gospels. We can see that they were already fully written, and they already went into like production, like other people who were getting these Gospels. So it lends credence to like the reliability of the Gospels. I got the complete plays of Sophocles. He's famous for Oedipus, Oedipus Rex, Oedipus at Colonus, Antigone. So that I do want to read Sophocles. I'm going to pair it with my reading of Freud and René Girard, because they both have different views of Oedipus and what that actually means, like the deeper symbolic meaning. Because when you really look at it, mythology is just symbolism cloaked in narrative. So anytime you look at anything that's mythological, it always has some deeper symbolic meaning that is hiding under its layer of narrative, that it's like the narrative trying to get across. I got What is Predestination by R.C. Sproul. I just want to get a better understanding of that concept, what that means, especially from a more form perspective. I got The Divine Logos, The Cosmological Significance of Orthodox Christology. This is highly influenced, I believe, by St. Maximus Confessor in his Christology and about the cosmic significance of Christ. He's more supralapsarian, that the reason we exist is that Christ coming and becoming incarnate is prior, logically speaking, to the fall, like infralapsarian, in which Christ coming and incarnating is after, logically, to the fall. I got by N.T. Wright, The Lord and His Prayer. This is just an analysis of the Lord's Prayer. This is a very famous book, The Experience of God, Being, Consciousness, and Bliss by David Bentley Hart. It just has to do with classical theism and the classical understanding of God and his being. I got The Need for Roots by Simone Weil. She lived during World War II, and she died of cancer, I believe, during that time. And she was French, but she worked for the French government in exile. And this book just has to do with her understanding of roots and what that means, and why communities are really essential for belonging. And I also got the defense of the West, transatlantic security from Truman to Trump. So this has to do more so with geopolitics and international relations and how NATO connects to all of this. Thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe. I will have a video on Augustine's understanding of evil up sometime this week. Thank you.